Welcome back. Today we are going to talk about the armor of God. Now, the armor of God is very important, and some of you may or may not know all the pieces, so let's get into it. Now, the pieces of the armor of God start in Ephesians 6:14 through 17. I'm gonna do a little out of order of what is actually listed in the Bible, but you'll get the gist. Now, when the book of Ephesians was written, the Roman soldiers were the top pinnacle of what professional soldiers looked like. So I'm gonna use what they looked like to help you visualize what the armor of God is. Let's go. So first, we have the helmet of salvation. Now, in the practical sense, the helmet is very important. If you get hit in a lot of parts of your body, you're probably still good to fight. But if you get hit in the head real good, you're done. So it's very important. Now, the helmet of salvation in a practical spiritual sense is important because the battle is in our mind. A lot of times, like temptation, words, doubts, lies, the enemy bombard our mind. And so when we have the helmet of salvation, we have to remember that we are saved through Jesus Christ by faith and grace. Secondly, we have the breastplate of righteousness. In the practical sense, it obviously keeps your heart, your ribs, your gooey stuff inside in your body not getting stabbed. The breastplate of righteousness means right standing with God, righteousness. Jesus has made us righteous through his name, through his shedding of the blood, and therefore through his sacrifice, we can be right standing with God. The belt of truth is next. Now, the belt in the practical, it holds your sword, it holds your dagger, it kind of keeps your breastplate from wiggling around. In the spiritual sense, the belt of truth is Jesus. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the light, right? He holds us together. He holds the word of God, which is the sword, which is the word of God, which is him, and he is our belt. He's always with us. He's snug. Then we have our feet fitted with the preparation of the gospel of peace. In the practical, if you're going on rocky ground, if you're going in deserts, you're going in the mush, you need to have good footwear because you need to keep protected. In the spiritual sense, wherever we go, wherever the Lord leads us, sometimes it's gonna be rocky, sometimes it's gonna be hard, but he's gonna give us peace in those situations. That's why it's always important to have peace, ready to preach the gospel wherever the Lord leads us. Now we have the shield of faith. In the practical aspect, the Romans were really famous for their shields and their legions and the shield wall. They were able to fight against the enemy with their shields and block the enemy, protect themselves. Now the shield of faith does something very similar. We are protecting ourselves against the fiery darts of the enemy, the lies that are thrown against us, by using the faith in what the word says. It also helps our brothers and sisters who are fighting right next to us. If they're struggling with something, we can use our faith to help them and encourage them and push them forward and help against the enemy. Last, we have the sword of the Spirit. Now, obviously in the practical, a sword is very important on the battlefield. You get in close, you hit them with your sword. Now, in the spiritual aspect, the sword of the Spirit is the word of God. We speak truth, we speak life, we speak health into our body through Jesus Christ. That is how we fight against our enemy. Next time, I'm gonna talk a little bit about how the enemy attacks us and what we need to do to fight back. Thank you, be blessed, and see you next time.